Welcome back, students. How have you been? Stuck at your homes, right? Without any option to go out and play? Tough, isn't it? But thankfully, you can chat with your friends at will. Imagine yourself being not able to speak or communicate with your friends, rather express yourself. Now, that would be very difficult. We need to talk, can't stay without talking, right? Remember how many times do we teachers ask you students not to talk in class? It's in our human nature to talk, to express our thoughts, to ask for what we need. So today, in this video, we are going to talk about how to talk, how to express ourselves in a way so that others can understand us. This particular thing, this ability to talk or express ourselves with the help of a language, say English, Hindi, Bengali, Urdu, or whatsoever, that is called vocabulary, and we would focus on our vocabulary on English at this presentation. Now, why is vocabulary important? Well, to put it simply, it is important because if our vocabulary is weak, it would be difficult for the other person to understand us, and vice versa. Students, communicating is easier when your vocabulary is good. If someone speaks well, we automatically get interested in what he or she has to say. For an example, you would love to listen to a good storyteller, say your grandmother. Have you noticed how you can listen to her for hours when she tells her stories? Why? Because she tells them so well with animated expressions and gestures. It is as if you can literally see the picture she's trying to draw with her words. And that is what keeps you hooked. In other words, her vocabulary is good. So, be it listening to a native English speaker, be it a movie, be it a song, be it reading a letter written to you by a friend, or be it reading an article from a newspaper, your vocabulary needs to be good, strong, and robust in order to understand the same. You will always be needed to deal with words efficiently to improve your vocabulary. So, have you ever thought why do some of your students fare better marks than others in your language papers, say English or Bengali or Hindi? That is because your vocabulary is better than your friends. You express better than your friends in your answer sheet, and that fetches you better marks. So, vocabulary is important and needs to be improved with time. Now that we know or realize the importance of vocabulary, it is evident that it needs to be improved over time. We need to strengthen our skills, isn't it? Which presents before us our next important question, that is, how to improve our vocabulary, how to grow. Well, it's simple. It may be extensive, might actually need conscious efforts on your part, but it is simple. Learning a language and acquiring vocabulary skills or on the particular language is basically a four-dimensional project. It is something we do every day without even knowing. But now we need to pay attention to it in order to achieve our desired results. You know, Mastering a language involves four skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. When we listen, when we learn our native language, first we listen, then we speak, then we read, and finally we write. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the four language skills we need to develop for complete communication. Listening and reading are receptive, means these two are input methods, and speaking and writing are productive, means these two are output methods. So, to achieve these four basic language skills, you need to surround yourself with English. Make English part of your life at home, at your class, during your free time. Expose yourself to the language as much as possible. There's the saying that practice makes man perfect, which means that if you want to improve a certain skill, you have to practice it. Now, we will try to look at these four different skills. individually. First is listening. Listening plays a very important part in learning any language. Effective listening ensures understanding and it helps improve accuracy when speaking, among other things. So, how can you improve your listening skills? By listening actively. That is, paying attention not only what is said but also how it is said. So, you can listen to music, whichever it may be, whichever type you prefer, but pay attention to the lyrics. Sometimes reading the lyrics may help you understand the song. You can watch movies, okay, you can watch it over and over. You can watch it with subtitles if you cannot understand it, and then when you will understand it, you may watch it without them. Even if you are not actually watching or listening to music or something, your ears will be getting used to the sounds of the language English, you know. The next point is speaking. So, speaking is often the hardest part of the four language skills. But as soon as you can speak a little English, there are lots of ways to improve it quickly and have tons of fun. You can talk and record yourself. Now, I know this may sound funny, but it will help you realize how you can improve by repeating the recording several times till you feel happy with the results. There is also another way that you can talk to your classmates in English even when you are not in class. You can even make a group to play games, have a meal, or just chat together. Now, the next skill is reading. Now, it is a process of the brain and it takes time to develop. Your mind has to attach meaning to the words. You know, when I say a word apple, there is the picture of apple in your mind. You are attaching a meaning to the picture. All right, means this there is meaning behind every word, behind every expressions. Those are represented by symbols. Plus you get to understand the grammar and structure of the language by improving this skill of reading. No, if you develop strong reading skills, it will be very helpful to you at your future. You know, you can read several English books, maybe books you have already read in your mother tongue or which have been turned into movies. You can read those. Try to start with easy books, even children's books and comics. The images, those are there that will help you understand even if you don't know all the words. You know, and the last skill is writing. Even though it may be intimidating to you initially, but anyone can get used to writing with a little discipline. You know, write down words or expressions that you think useful with their meaning and examples. If you see them in sentences, you will remember them better. You can use them if you keep a diary. Okay, all the above mentioned tips uh, can be reduced to just one, and that is practice. Whatever learning style you have, whatever your native language is, the key to acquire and master a foreign language is practice it as much and as often as possible. Okay, that's all for today. We will return soon in the next video or in the next learning session with something new. Till then, stay at home, stay protected. Thank you.